All right, chapter 10. Are you ready? It's called Face in the Music. And if you remember in chapter 9, Alvin took Johnny Astro for show and tell without permission. And it broke. So now he has to face the music. My dad is not only a gentleman, but he is the man, which is a lot like being the dad, which means he can handle quite a lot. He can eat wasabi without crying. He can watch a scary movie without flinching. He can carry a big, heavy rock straight across the yard and set it right where my mom wants it. He can carry it back again if my mom changes her mind. And when he has a bad day, my dad can play with the piano like crazy until he is his old self again. Or if he had a truly horrible day, he can curse a wild blue streak like William Shakespeare. That's my dad. He is the man. He can handle just about anything. So right after school, I put Johnny Astro back where it belonged. I slipped it between Calvin and Annabelle where I belong, and we waited with Lucy by the window for our dad to come home. Are you sure Dad said it was yours? Asked Calvin. Maybe we should just have your funeral now, Annabelle whispered sadly. But I was in luck. When our dad finally stepped through the door, he was in an unusually cheerful mood. Hi everyone, he said cheerfully. Silence. What's up? Silence. How about some more fun with Johnny Astro today? No one said anything. My dad whistled across the living room cheerfully. He reached for Johnny Astro. Cheerfully, Johnny Astro came down. Really fly, said the box. Fly your spacecraft anywhere. Then my dad opened the box. His whistling stopped. His breathing stopped. His feet stopped. He staggered backwards. What is this? He wailed. Johnny Astro, what happened to you? He cried. Then he really cried and he put his head in his hands and his shoulders went up and down. Here's a picture. Carefully, I put my arm around Dad. Crying is really great. Everything is better afterwards, usually, but this was not usual. This was the best toy ever made. Oh, what toad-spotted bladder did this? My dad howled. I'll see thee hanged. Well, what happened to my Johnny Astro? He screeched. My mom rushed in to see what was going on. Alvin, my dad bellowed. My chin quivered, my face wrinkled. Dear, you know Alvin can't speak when he's frightened, my mom said calmly. This isn't about speaking, my dad said. His teeth were clenched. It's about respecting other people's things. I wanted to cry, but I couldn't. I had to save it for when things really got rough, which I could see was coming faster than a meteorite falling from the sky and aiming straight at me. Maybe it was an accident, squeaked Annabelle. An accident, howled my dad. How can an accident happen on the top shelf? Maybe he needed a good show and tell, said Calvin, and the accident happened on the bus. What? Roared my dad. It was time. I began to cry. Crying is really great. It is a good way of softening the blow coming to you. It helps if tears run off your chin and you sober a little when your eyes get puffy and you're a real mess. Oh, Alvin, you poor thing, said my mom, which really helps too. She put her arm around me. If lightning struck, it would have hit her first, which is probably one of the rules of being a great mom. This is more than an accident, said my dad. He held up a newly repaired and heavily bandaged Johnny Astro. Maybe the guys tried to fix it at recess, said Calvin. My dad turned seaweed green. Then he turned sea foamy. Then he turned pomegranate. Then grapefruit. Then orange. Normally I like orange. It is a color of tigers and sherbet and sunsets and mango. But it is not like this orange. It was danger alert orange, which is only helpful around construction sites. Annabelle and Calvin stared at their mouths wide open. Getting busted is the best spectator around the house, except when you're the one getting busted. My Johnny Astro, my dad wailed. He put the cover back on it, hugged the box sadly, and marched off to the piano like he always does when he had a hard day, and played like a wild salvage beast. There's his dad. His dad learned to play the piano, but when he was my age. So now when he plays, he sounds like Brahms, even though his fingers are as thick as bratwurst. As long as he was playing, I was okay. The longer he played, the more okay I was going to be, because we all know music is medicine. The more you take, the better you feel. Finally, he stopped. Alvin needs piano lessons, says my dad. It will keep him busy. It will give him confidence. It will change his life. My dad paused. It might even give him a good show and tell, he added. And so it was decided that I would take piano lessons, which was really marvelous. I was expecting a grounding, but instead I was going to have to face the music. Thanks, Dad, I cried. My dad said nothing. I wanted to say something else, something that would make my dad feel good for taking it easy on me, but I didn't know what else to say until I thought of something. Someday, when I'm old and beastly and have sausage for fingers, I will play the piano. Oh, I'm crying. Just like you, Dad, instead of punishing my kid for destroying my Johnny Astro. Hairs grew on the back of my dad's hands. He looked strangely beastly again. I think he needed more music to soothe. No, it says smooth. To smooth his soul. Wow. Now he has to take piano lessons. What a good daddy. All right. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you answer the questions. You guys are awesome. I miss you so much. And I will see you tomorrow for chapter 11. Bye-bye.